Welcome, everyone, to the Universal Rainbow Faith Church. Sorry about the delay. We had a little technical difficulty there, just getting our YouTube live stream actually live. So welcome out there on Facebook and on YouTube and the World Wide Web, and for all of those who will be watching this later. And thank you once again for being patient in our delay today. So welcome to our Sunday, May 18th, 2025 service. My name is Paula Sadler, and I am the founding minister and president of Universal Rainbow Faith Church. And I'm so grateful to be here today with you. What a beautiful space, what a beautiful sanctuary that we have in this safe, inclusive space for all of the LGBTQIA plus community and all of our allies. Our theme of the month, we have been exploring healing and wholeness and loving ourselves fully. This week, our focus is on Harvey Milk's legacy and modern activism. We did do a very special ceremony for him in past weeks, elevating him up to one of our divine guardians. So we now have 13 divine guardians, or URF saints. And so this week we're honoring the courage and vision of Harvey Milk while reflecting on today's spiritual activism and the rising need for bold truth telling in the face of injustice. And today we will do a post-core belief reflection and also living of the teachings here at the URF. Next week, mark your calendars for May 25th, as we'll be diving into living in the flow of abundance. I hope you enjoyed our music today. For those of you on YouTube, you wouldn't have got to hear that, but we did hear our Embrace Togetherness, our original song for URF, which can be seen on YouTube, Sacred Music Playlist on our channel. And we invite you to listen to all of our music and to like and follow, subscribe, and share. And so just welcome. Today we call upon the spirit of Harvey Milk and the strength of every activist who has fought for truth and dignity in every community. And we gather not only to remember today, but also to rise. Our mission statement. Universal Rainbow Faith is a sacred spiritual home where LGBTQIA plus people and allies are fully affirmed, celebrated, and protected. We believe that gender, love, and identity are divine expressions of the Creator. Our mission is to uplift, heal, and empower individuals through spiritual truth, radical inclusion, and sacred community. And we'll take a few moments to do our centering breath work. So let's just breathe in and exhale. And as we breathe in, let us take in courage and feel that from the top of your head to the tip of your toes. And as we exhale out, we release all fear because we no longer need that. And we have our announcements. Enjoy our sacred text, The Nature of Miracles. This is our foundational spiritual text used in all of our services. It contains affirmations, channeled writing, and sacred teachings that align with our URF mission. This is a one-a-day style, 365 days, over 500 pages of spiritual guidance and practical daily living. So check that out on Amazon. It is The Nature of Miracles. And our theme this month, as we talked about, is healing and wholeness and loving ourselves fully. We're continuing to focus on our spiritual healing, self-love, and nurturing the whole self. So let the rainbow light of truth illuminate your sacred journey. Our special observances this month, May 17th, was the International Day Against Homophobia, Transphobia, Biphobia, and Biphobia. May 22nd is Saint Harvey Milk Day in honor of his birthday and honoring our divine patron, our new divine patron of truth, activism, and visibility. We have a special proclamation. It is our Universal Rainbow Faith Proclamation, and we will review that today and make that part of our program. And May 17th shall be recognized within the Universal Rainbow Faith as a holy day of sacred remembrance and resistance in honor of the International Day Against Homophobia. We have some new blog posts that have come out. If you have not checked out our site, go to universalrainbowfaith.org and scroll down to the bottom on our first page and take a look at our blog. This past week, we have the fallacy of unfitness. Transgender people are not only fit for society, they are essential. Also, transgender excellence and the truth about military fitness. Persecuted and silent spiritual teachers across faiths and time. We also have the comprehensive gender-affirming food, supplements, and lifestyle guide for transgender people, and a comparison report, the rise of Christian nationalism in the U.S. and its parallels to Sharia law, religious totalitarianism, and historical forced conversions. And last, we have the global truth about transgender people, a human rights report. So all these and more are on our website. Please visit and comment and like and share and help get the word out. There's some beautiful articles with amazing information, and so much time has been put into those to really help educate not only our community, but our allies and those who are looking to erase us. And hopefully we will change some minds and change some hearts. We have our new URF short film. It's called A World Without Difference, and this premiered on May 13th. This is URF's first original 3D animated short film, a bold and poetic spiritual allegory set in the year 2075, and it explores a dystopian future where all sacred difference is erased. So follow Arya and Zephyr as they awaken a movement of remembrance of color and sacred resistance. And that is also on our YouTube page. And please tune in to that. We have a new music drop, which we'll hear today, The Voices of Courage. It's a special Harvey Milk tribute. This is a powerful anthem honoring Harvey Milk and the ongoing fight for LGBTQIA+, visibility, strength, and sacred truth. We released this as part of our May 18th service today, and it is now available on YouTube. Living the Core Beliefs, our 6-week review. If you have been with us these past 6 weeks, congratulations. You have completed your journey through the URF's 6 foundational core beliefs. If you have not been with us, go back and listen to our services. We are going to be making a special new playlist that is our core beliefs. So we have sacred services, sacred music. We have our live streams, which are in order on our YouTube page. And we'll also now do our core beliefs as well as a new meditation tab for ongoing meditation. So we're really excited to bring all of that to you. And also, if you didn't know, World Pride 2025 has begun. And join us as we celebrate global queer liberation and explore this year's theme, the fabric of freedom. Join the movement, become a member, receive your official certificate, sacred ceremony access, and spiritual support on our website. And we thank you for your ongoing support. Please follow, support, and share TikTok at Rainbow Faith Church, YouTube at Universal Rainbow Faith Church, Instagram and Facebook at Universal Rainbow Faith. So thank you so much for that. Remember, you are sacred, you are seen, you are divine. Thank you for being a part of our spiritual family with light and love. And those are our announcements this week. So now we have our core belief review. Over the last 6 weeks, we've journeyed together through the foundational core beliefs of the Universal Rainbow Faith. These are not just theological concepts, they are sacred principles of how we live and love and lead. And they affirm not only our identity, but our dignity and our right to exist fully and freely in this world. So today, we pause to reflect on each one and explore how we're being called to live them, not just within our services here at the URF, but in our daily lives. So core belief number 1, universal love. We began with the truth that all people are divine expressions of love, and that means you. This first belief reminds us that love is the foundation of faith, and we are made of it, and we're here to reflect it. In a world of fear, our love is revolutionary. Living the teaching, I invite you to greet each person as sacred, resist hate with compassion, and center love in your choices. Core belief number 2, sacred identity. You are not a mistake. Your gender, sexuality, and path are sacred. This belief proclaims that God makes no errors and that your identity is a miracle, and how that identity is unfolding and how you are expressing that is a miracle. So, how do we live this teaching? Speak your truth with pride always. Honor your journey and affirm others in theirs. Core belief number 3, healing and wholeness. We are not broken, we are healing. And this belief teaches that every soul is capable of wholeness and that spiritual growth is a process and not a performance. And living this teaching, give yourself grace. Offer others healing instead of judgment, no matter how difficult and how hard. And trust the divine timeline. Core belief number 4, spiritual awakening and community. We are here to awaken together. This belief reminds us that community is not optional and that we are mirrors for one another's growth. Living this teaching, show up, be present, and walk the journey with others in truth and trust. Core belief number 5, the power of the rainbow light. This is the belief that our divine identities shine like a rainbow, each color unique, each beam sacred. Visibility is spiritual, and being fully seen is being fully loved. And how do we live this teaching? Let your light shine always and everywhere. Name yourself and celebrate this light in others. Core belief number 6, religious freedom and protection. We are a recognized faith with sacred rights. This belief affirms that to practice, gather, love, and exist as LGBTQIA+ people is holy and is protected. Living this teaching, claim your spiritual ground, defend others, and speak boldly for freedom. And so we ask ourselves, well, what comes next? These 6 beliefs are just the beginning, my friends, and they are the framework for a new spiritual reality, one that is deeply rooted in love, in powerful liberation, and powerful light. So as we move forward together, we will explore how these beliefs shape our sacred ceremonies, our advocacy work, our recovery and healing spaces, our global outreach, our artistic and musical expression, and our daily spiritual practices. So know that you are a part of this living faith and that you are a part of this miracle. So let us go forward and truly live the teachings of the universal rainbow faith, which are universal and available to everyone seeking connection with the divine and to raise their consciousness and awareness to a place of unconditional love that knows no bounds, that actually does heal not only ourselves, but heal this world. And so remember, you are sacred, you are seen, and you are divine. So thank you. That is our core belief review for the past 6 weeks. And so we do have a special new music release today, and it is our new track called Radiating Truth. Now remember, these are all brand new. I'm learning them with you. Actually, today we're going to listen to the Voices of Courage. Last week we had Radiating Truth. Okay, so let's see what we're going to have now.
Step into the light, let your courage shine bright. Remember your truth, step into your fight. With every heartbeat, we take our stand. No more silence, together we'll demand. His spirit guides us, the legacy we hold. In our hearts we rise, so fierce and bold. In this moment, hear the call. We are strong, we will not fall. With our voices, we ignite the flame. In love's flame, we reclaim our name. Shadows cast, but we break free. With pride unfurled, this our decree. Our existence is a truth they can't deny. Every step we take, we will reach for the sky. For heartbeats of wisdom, in us it shines bright. Together we stand ready for the fight. In this moment, hear the call. We are strong. We will not fall. With our voices, we ignite the flame. As of praise, we reclaim our name. Together we rise. Let the love unfold. In every heartbeat, the story retold. With courage and grace, we'll never be still. In unity's embrace, we're here to fulfill. In this moment, hear the call. We are strong, we will not fall. We will not fall. With our voices, we ignite the flame. We reclaim our name.
And we dedicate this to Saint Harvey Milk, our guardian of sacred civic courage and queer visibility. We sing in remembrance, we rise in pride. Hope you enjoyed that new music. We're happy to bring you something new every single week. And now we have our main message for this week. And our title is Legacy, Courage, and Sacred Resistance. What Harvey Milk teaches us today. Beloved community, today we stand at the intersection of memory and movement. We honor Saint Harvey Milk not as a figure of the past, but as a living voice that calls out to us, urging us to step into our truth, visibility, and sacred courage right here and right now. This week, as we will recognize the International Day Against Homophobia, Transphobia, and Biphobia, our hearts are heavy and awake. The current attempt to reban transgender people from military service that is happening to paint us as mentally unfit, unstable, and so dangerous. It's not just discriminatory, it is spiritual violence. If Harvey Milk were alive today, he would not be silent. He would say, "Hope will never be silent, and neither will I." He would take to the streets, he would take to the podium, he would take to TikTok if he had to, because Harvey understood that visibility is life-saving. that activism is ministry. As a transgender spiritual leader, I must echo that truth, that our existence is not a debate, it is divine. So when we are told we are unfit to serve, unfit to lead, unfit to raise families, we must respond with love-powered resistance. And not just any resistance, but I call you to answer with sacred resistance. This week, I published an article on transgender fitness and military excellence, and in it, I dismantled the tired, dangerous myth that trans people lack the capacity to serve. From our time as ancient warrior queens to modern day officers, trans people have always existed, and we've always had purpose. Our fitness is not the problem, their fear is. And that is for all of our LGBTQ community. So let me be clear. To be trans or LGBTQ is not a mental illness. To affirm your gender is not weakness. It is strength. To serve with integrity while trans is not the exception. It's our history. So we stand here today, beloveds, in the tradition of every freedom fighter, every queer ancestor, and every spiritual warrior who refused to be erased. And so we ask, what would Harvey Milk say today? He would say, come out, speak out, and don't give up. And I add, spiritual activism is not a choice. It's our sacred duty. To be spiritually awake or woke in 2025 is to recognize that silence is complicity and apathy is complete and total betrayal. But love in action, love with a microphone, love with a podium, that's what changes nations. So let us rise, not with anger, but with clarity. Let us be visible, not for applause, but for survival. Let us be bold, not to threaten, but to uplift. So we are the legacy of Harvey Milk and all of those that came before. These beautiful souls, these freedom fighters, many who lost their lives in terrible violence just for speaking the truth, speaking love, and being who they were. And so we are the miracle that he dreamed of. And we are here, and we are alive. And there are millions of us around the world and our allies. So remember, you are sacred, you are seen, and you are totally divine. Amen. And so it is. Let's see. And we have a special proclamation today, and that also must be my favorite word. I love the word special, so I must say it about 10 times or 20 times every single service. And why not? Why not? So we have our special proclamation reading, and this is for the International Day Against Homophobia, Transphobia, and Biphobia. We affirm LGBTQIA plus lives as sacred. By the authority vested in me as the founding minister of Universal Rainbow Faith, and in the name of divine justice, sacred truth, and radical inclusion, I proclaim that May 17th shall be recognized within Universal Rainbow Faith as a holy day of sacred remembrance and resistance. And on this day, we acknowledge the global epidemic of homophobia, transphobia, and biphobia, and queerphobic violence. We name the genocidal systems, legal, political, religious, and cultural, that attempt to erase LGBTQIA+ people from society, family, history, and spirit. We call out the rise of Christian nationalism and religious extremism, the weaponization of scripture to justify hatred, the criminalization of queer identity across nations, the imprisonment, torture, and execution of LGBTQIA+ individuals, the targeting of transgender people as mentally unfit, unworthy, and unsafe, the global spread of Project 2025, MAGA ideology, and other systems of spiritual fascism. This is not politics. This is persecution. This is genocide in motion. And as a church, we will not be silent. We declare that every LGBTQIA+ person is sacred, that queerness is not a sin, it is a spiritual gift, that being visible is not vanity, it is survival, that gender and sexuality are divine expressions of the Creator, that protecting our community is not optional, it is holy work. And we further declare that any attempt to erase, harm, silence, convert, institutionalize, or criminalize LGBTQIA+ people is an act of religious persecution against our sacred faith. We invoke our legal protections as a recognized faith. We claim every name, pronoun, transition, drag performance, queer family, and rainbow child as a sacred religious expression. We will not be legislated out of existence. We will not be recloseted. We will not be disappeared. We rise as prophets, as artists, as mothers, as warriors of remembrance. And we have lit our candles, and as we have our lit candles, we say the names now of those lost. So let us take a moment to say the names of the loved ones that you have lost through violence, through social ostracization, through being abused, being thrown out, being excommunicated, being denied housing, shelter, and in every single way abused by society and community and their families. And this may include your own name. So reaffirm your sacred identity now. Share your story and protect another. Let this day be a day of mourning for those who never got to live their truth, a day of protest for those of us still fighting, a day of proclamation for those building the new world. We, the people of the rainbow light, proclaim, we are sacred, we are seen, we are divine, and we are unstoppable. In memory of those who came before and in protection of those who are here now, we rise, we speak, we stay alive. With my love and unwavering resolve to you, I thank you and I bless you, and I bless us on our journey in the rainbow light as we move forward to heal ourselves and to heal this world. And so it is. Amen. And now we have a reflection from our new film. And if you haven't had a chance to see this, check it out on YouTube. This is A World Without a Difference, also on our TikTok page. As we honor the legacy of Saint Harvey Milk, I want to offer a brief reflection on our new film, A World Without Difference, because its message flows directly from Harvey's vision and from our current moment. This animated story was born out of urgency. It imagines a future where difference is illegal, where the state controls faith, and where truth is no longer welcome. But that future is not distant. It's unfolding around us right now and right here. As I spoke earlier about the military ban on transgender people, it became clearer that what's happening isn't about readiness, that it's about erasure, complete and total. It's about rewriting who is allowed to serve and to speak and to belong, not only in the military, but in this world. So Harvey Milk believed in visibility. He believed that every one of us, when we live our truth boldly, saves lives. In A World Without Difference, the characters Arya and Zephyr discover ancient truths and ignite a revolution of remembrance, not with violence, but with color, story, memory, and sacred symbols. They are simply mirrors of our community and of our mission here at the URF. If Harvey were here today, I believe that he would say, "They will try to silence you, so speak louder, shine brighter, and sing stronger." So I say to you now, let your faith be seen, let your difference be holy, and let your courage light the way. And know that this is not just a film, that it is a prayer, it's a prophecy, and it's a rallying cry. And know together that we will not be erased. We are the rainbow faith, and we do remember. Okay, let's see where we are at now. And so now is the time for our children's message and blessing. To all of our children who are out there, whatever your age, and for the child at heart, know that you are strong and brave, just like the heroes before you, just like Harvey Milk and all of those that came before. You're strong and you're brave. And we are here standing with you. And we will not let you do this alone. Our affirmation: I stand in truth and love. And say that with me: I stand in truth and love. And our special blessing for our children: may your light always shine as a beacon of hope. And we're going to now take this time to go into our meditation. And today's meditation is the light of the courageous heart. So take a deep breath in and exhale slowly. getting comfortable in the place where you are. And as you breathe in again, imagine a golden flame igniting in the center of your heart. This is the light of truth, the light of remembrance, a sacred fire that has burned through generations of spiritual warriors, sacred misfits, and queer saints. Today we breathe in the legacy of Harvey Milk, a voice of courage, clarity, and hope. His truth still echoes across time. Hope will never be silent. Let that hope become your breath. Let that fire become your strength. Now breathe in for every LGBTQIA+ person whose light has been dimmed by fear, shame, or oppression. And now breathe out love, breathe out light, breathe out affirmation. Know that you are a part of a lineage of divine resistance, a sacred body of chosen family. Feel the rainbow light swirl through your chest, red for life, orange for healing, yellow for joy, green for growth, blue for peace, indigo for spirit, violet for transformation. Let this rainbow light speak. My truth is power. My love is sacred. My presence is divine. On this International Day against homophobia, transphobia, and biphobia, we hold space for every life still at risk, every law seeking to erase us, for every hand that still dares to rise in violence. We return light, not in weakness, but in unwavering love. Now imagine the faces of the ones you fight for, your community, your ancestors, your younger self. Wrap them in this rainbow light of courage. Hold them close now in this holy moment. As we move into sacred action, into voices raised in song and justice, know this. You are here for a divine reason. You are not alone, and your light is part of the rainbow that cannot be extinguished. Take one more breath in and exhale and say to yourself, I walk forward in truth. I rise in rainbow light. I carry the fire of hope. And so it is. Amen. And now feel yourself coming back into this place and time to where you are at and being aware of the space you are in, taking in all of what we have just experienced and taking that forward into your week. Okay, and let's just take that light of the courageous heart in, filling every part of ourselves with that power and that essence of courage. And now it's time for our tithing and our offerings. And our message is spiritual activism requires spiritual support. Your gift empowers our sacred mission. And ways to give on our URF donation page at universalrainbowfaith.org. There is a link to Zephy and also other ways to make direct contributions right through the site. Our affirmation, I give from my heart and support the voices of love. And our final message, we have named the truth today, and it must be spoken with courage. On May 17th, the International Day Against Homophobia, Transphobia, and Biphobia, also known as IDAHOBIT or IDAHOBIT, know that every day the world must face the reality that we are living through a slow-burning global genocide against LGBTQIA+ people. And the crisis that we face, my friends, in the US is that we are watching state-led transgender bans, healthcare restrictions, book bans, drag bans, and laws designed to strip away visibility and dignity. Globally, LGBTQIA+ individuals are imprisoned, murdered, and erased in over 60 countries where queerness is still criminalized. Government leaders here and abroad and religious institutions have normalized cruelty with Project 2025, MAGA, and Trump-aligned Christian nationalism, laying the ideological groundwork for legalized erasures. This is not theoretical, this is happening now. So we ask, what can we do? At the URF, we focus on spiritually awakening and speaking our truth. We must see that this is not just a political issue, but it is a spiritual crisis that we are in, that silence is complicity. We must name what's happening, and that is persecution, injustice, hatred, and spiritual abuse. We must teach that difference is divine, that inclusion is holy, that queerness is sacred. So what can we do? You can claim your religious rights through the URF. Universal Rainbow Faith is a sacred spiritual sanctuary and a legal shield. We do issue letters of religious exemption. We defend LGBTQIA+ youth, families, and identity as sacred practices. So use your religious freedom as a tool of protection and advocacy for yourself, for your family, and your friends. Create safe, sacred spaces, whether online, as we are here doing, or in homes or in community centers. You can build micro sanctuaries where people can gather, worship, speak, mourn, and heal. Queer youth and elders can connect without fear. Trans and non-binary individuals are affirmed, supported, and protected. You can support global and local justice. Partner with organizations like Lambda Legal, ACLU, Outright International, the Transgender Law Center, the Rainbow Railroad for LGBTQ+ asylum seekers. You can give, you can volunteer, and amplify their work. And prophecy through creativity. Use all of your gifts and talents right now through music, film, writing, and performance to tell the truth. Know that your art is your sword and your story is your shield. Your voice is your revolution. And the spiritual answer that we seek, the spiritual answer is radical remembrance. Remember that you are sacred. Remember that you are not alone. Remember that every act of visibility is resistance. And remember that survival is divine. Remember that God and Goddess of your heart made you exactly as you are. Harvey Milk said, you have to give people hope. But I say, you have to be the hope when hope has been outlawed. So on this special day every year on May 17th, light a candle, say the names of those who are gone, protect those who are here, and rise for those who are coming. And remember, our faith was born for such a time as this that we are living in now. That we are not just surviving, we are consecrating existence, and we will not be erased. So thank you and bless you. Our blessing in closing, our final affirmation is, I walk forward with the courage of my truth and the power of love. And you can speak that with me. I walk forward with the courage of my truth and the power of love. May the light of Harvey Milk and every queer ancestor bless your journey. May you walk in fearless faith. And I thank you for joining this week. I look forward to being with all of you next week. Stick around afterwards for our short time of Meet the Minister. If you have any questions, I'll be able to see your messages on YouTube and also on Facebook, and be able to respond with you. And if you would like to get in contact, please email through the Universal Rainbow Faith or message online through YouTube and or Facebook or TikTok, any of our social pages. And we'll close out with our anthem, and join in if you like.
In every color we unite, together we shine, bring the light. Through stormy weather, through the pain, with open hearts, we'll break the chains. It's you and me, we'll stand so tall, in the rainbow's embrace, we'll never fall. Hand in hand, we'll share this dream, a tapestry of love, woven at the seams. With every hue of voice is strong, together as one, where we all belong. It's you and me, we'll rise above, in the rainbow's embrace, we spread our love. In every corner of the earth we sing, a symphony of hope and unity rings. With every color, let our love soar, together as one, forevermore.
So thank you for joining us. Bless you. And now we're going to have our Meet the Minister, but not before we have one special quote from the Nature of Miracles. And let's see what it is that we need to know for today. And this is from June 3rd, 2023, a commentary on the reading called Releasing Personal Will and Allusions to Divine Will from page 221 to 23. It is sad the things which we have placed value upon. How can one place a value, a monetary value, on a human life? We have been so savage, so unrefined, so greedy, so out of touch with love. The things we have done to each other out of sheer ignorance is the saddest of all. There has been a soul sickness that has plagued humanity. Fear, hate, anger. All is overcome with unconditional love of self and others. But how do we get to this place of unconditional love is the great question to answer. We are accountable and responsible to heal the soul sickness that has caused all war and terror. If some on the planet know and operate under love, then all can. We already have the answer because many are living in this place. How do we get the rest of the world to behave? Can it be done? We must believe and have faith. We must try. One heart at a time. Your heart, right now, is a great start. So thank you. From the Nature of Miracles. And that's how you can use the book. I'm going to bring that over actually to sit with you. And I thank you all for being here. I'm going to go ahead and turn around um, our Facebook. And let's see, let's go ahead and turn that this way. Okay. And let's see if we can turn that down. There we go. Okay. So hello to all of you, and thank you for joining us today. So excited to be here with you. We have a few moments together. So that message that I wrote as a new commentary in 2023 for the nature of miracles, that was, I think, apropos for what's happening right now for the service. That was not planned into the service, as everything is usually pre-planned. And that's how you can use my book and the sacred and holy text of URF, filled with so many prayers, affirmations, blessings, channeled writing, and spiritual guidance, and how to heal through the journaling process. And you can simply, ask, what is it that I need to know today, right now? Open it up and read that, and that's what you need. That is the spiritual message that you need. So hello, hello, hello. I'm not sure who's with us, but hello, Kelly. Hello, Chris, and everybody else. Hello, Sherman. So if you have any questions or anything you want to know, I think that you can message. I'm not sure, but here we are. If I don't have that feature turned on, I will work on that. I know that you can message on YouTube. But I just want to say thank you. Truly appreciate your support. Please go to the universalrainbowfaith.org and spread the word. If you like what you heard today, if you got something out of this and you feel that this may be helpful to others, to children, to teenagers, to those at work, throughout the entire LGBTQ community, and also to our allies, send it out everywhere, get the word out, and let people know, because we're doing something very important. This is an urgent time for our community, and not only for our country, but for the world. And it is up to us to be the way showers and to help heal that which needs to be healed through, in any way that we can serve. Through our prayers, through our actions, through giving, through activism, through speaking out. So I thank you for joining in this week. Earlier today, I was at a service for Unity Church on Rancho, and it was a beautiful service. There was a wonderful meditation, and the message was delivered by Don Fouts, as Reverend Lisa Lee was out of town. Such a beautiful community. It's so nice to be in a space where you're loved and accepted, and where everyone has the same goal and ideal, and that is to grow spiritually and to become the best versions of ourselves that we can bring into this world. And I really so needed to be there. One of the messages I took away was something that was talked about in Buddhism, about pain and suffering. And I think that Dawn had said that, pain is inevitable, and, pain is a part of life, but suffering was optional. I liked that. And then there was a prayer that was mentioned. I think this was a Buddhist prayer about breathing in pain, the pain of the world, the pain of our existence, and then breathing out joy and breathing out healing and being a part of that. And I needed to hear that today. I needed to remember that every action that we take is valid, is important, is making a difference. They had went around and asked the community what fear that they were having, and what is it that they were going through, something that was on their mind. And mine that I said was something to the effect that with all of the pain and suffering that's in the world, why try to do any good at all? And is it really making a difference? So, because there's been so much hopelessness and so much fear, and there's been so much violence. There's been these attacks, personal and on community, and just on existing. And, that is a very difficult space to be living in. And we're seeing that unfold here in the United States. But I think about those in the world who are jailed and imprisoned and tortured and killed. And not that we haven't had those kind of terrible things happen here too, but in a greater degree in so many other countries. And to be living in a world with such brutality and violence, it really makes one stop and pause and wonder, does it make any difference to try to do good in the world? And the message that I got was yes, it does. And so I really needed that to restore hope, to restore that seed of hope that's within, that energy, that light. And I'm so grateful for that. So if you're looking for an in-person service to go to, check out Unity of Las Vegas. They have services every Sunday, 11:30 in person and virtual. And before that, I believe at 9 o'clock, they have the Center for Spiritual Living. That's all on North Rancho. They're in the same building. Beautiful communities, the most wonderful people. And these are people that are making changes in the world, not only in the spiritual and energetic world, but physically going out into the community, doing things like feeding the homeless. There are ways to get involved and to participate, in so many of the programs that they have and activities, whether it's attending a nature Course in Miracles study group or going to the services. There's lots of ways to get involved. So if you need that one-on-one in person, I recommend Unity of Las Vegas. I've been with them here for over 24 years, 25 years. And I'm so grateful to be a part of that community and also to be a part of this community. If there's anyone out there that is suffering with any drug and alcohol addiction or problems, there is a wonderful LGBTQ group that is the Lambda Alano Clubhouse. If you know someone who needs help, or if that's you, 12-step recovery is just moments away at Lambda Alano Clubhouse, where they have 3 meetings every day of the week, sometimes 4, 365 days a year for AA and NA meetings. Another wonderful spiritual community that has been serving Las Vegas since 1984. That is a very long time. So there is so much that we can do, and each and every one of our actions, whether it is simply through prayer, meditation, which is a powerful action, and it does precede our other physical actions, your voice, your hope, your power, your gifts are needed right now, because there are people in our community suffering, and they will continue to suffer, wondering, where are they going? What are they going to do for work? Are they going to be able to pay their rent? Do they have enough food to eat? And then, can they get medical care? So many things, and there's such a need. So it's a time for the community to come together and to help one another so that we can get through and overcome all of these current challenges. So thank you all for tuning in, and I look forward to seeing each and every one of you next week, and bless you all.